It's weird being interviewed in my house. So this is where I wrote pretty much all the songs from my new album, right here on this couch. And there's even an indent from how much time I spent on it. And I would show up here every day to stay sane, and I would do Zoom writes like crazy. I started writing passages because I just didn't want to write music for a sec. But when I did start writing music again, the first song that I wrote back was Control. And I have to show you the date on this because it's amazing. 3/21. I had no idea that Control would end up being on the record at all. So it's kind of crazy. Like all these songs that I wrote last year, I thought were just trash and that maybe it was just part of going through the process. But yeah, pretty wild to see them all now. Right around the time that things started feeling like we were hearing on the news that we could be with 10 people or less, I called my band and was like, let's get tested, let's go quarantine together. And I went on blueridge.com and booked a cabin so that we could make a makeshift studio and just start creating again. Just anything to like get me to love music again.
It's hard to be living with you, ghost. You never leave, screaming out.
And then we could just go. If you turn on a faucet that hasn't been turned on for a long time, you're first gonna see a lot of the mud and sludge that was built up in there before you see clean water. And I love that analogy because that's exactly how it felt. It was like, maybe if we just turn on the faucet and start creating again, I'll be able to like get in touch with myself again. And that's what the cabin was.
So why don't we talk a little bit about Control?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get a guitar,
Just get our
Bre?
heads wrapped
And
around
can
it.
you play it to us?
I'm gonna go get Matt too.
Cool.
I think the whole song should start out with either piano and this guitar, like thrown through some sort of cool thing or whatever, or just bass. But
I wake up every day, I make my coffee the same way. I'ma say it's the
We're talking 88 before.
cause the thought makes me think I'll lose my shit. That's the way they got me. I'm not sure if it's, I'm not what I don't want to.
Control is one of my favorite songs that I've written recently. Back in January, on my birthday, Hayley and I went for a drive and down PCH, and we were talking about how hard it was to just even let go of like the thought of like needing to be safe and like where we were going. Like it was so hard for us to just stop and look at, you know, the earth performing for us. And essentially we just had the idea of writing a song about control issues. And then when this year started, obviously we had no control over anything, you know, what the world was going to be doing, when things would heal themselves. And so I just always knew I loved control. Yeah, it just lets me cry my feelings out.
Right.
If we can make the drums do more of like a Jay Joyce kind of a thing,
Yeah.
something that feels a little bit more stylized without like
sonically?
Sonically,
Yeah.
Live drums, but we chop it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a great plan.
Into that?
very into that.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go fucking do it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Ah! No!
To Bre's credit, I think it takes a certain amount of bravery to take the safety net of the studio away, where things are fundamentally under control, and go somewhere where we are really at the mercy of our surroundings and have to kind of roll with it. And yeah, that's been the big difference with this. And we're early in it, but I can already tell that this is been the refresher that I think we all needed to be able to operate at a higher frequency and try to do something just a little further out into the water than we usually swim. So it's been exciting.
I'm a short fuse. I'm a live wire. I don't want to, but I catch fire.
It's awesome seeing the project as, you know, a route that'll start just with a couple guitars and a couple people on the couch writing whatever we're feeling that day, to just adding all these layers and making it come to life. So I'm stoked that she's stoked about Wolfie Road.
Hey, what happens if you do a half tour?
That's an Oasis hard vibe.
Yeah.
One more time. Should I be sustaining through those sucks, or should I suck?
I think you should suck.
Got it.
You suck.
Thank you.
You suck, but I love what you're doing.
So then we like something like this. The hardest thing about like recording music is usually that the songs aren't effortlessly good, and Bre's songs are effortlessly good. When a song is already so good on its own, it opens up like a wide variety of possibilities of what you can do with it. That's strong, Jake.
Yeah, bye.
Oops.
It's mostly alcohol.
If I lose control, tell me who the hell is gonna do it. If I don't, I try to be the system.